Hey, what's going on, guys? So it's I don't know, early in the morning, 3:10 in the morning, 2:10 in the morning. I'm up here just outside of Grand Rapids, Michigan, and you might be wondering, well, why is this guy making a video at 2:10 in the morning? Well, it's because I was awakened at 1 a.m. by my ex, who decided they were going to text me, knowing that I work all day long. But this text rather quickly turned hostile towards me because she wanted to talk to me about how I was going to spend my earnings. And I'm going to preface this by saying, I apologize, guys. I got up just like an hour ago or so. So I'm back here in the sleeper in my truck. So I apologize for the noise. The truck is loud. Again, 1 o'clock this morning, I start receiving texts like bing, the phone's going off. And she has a specific tone for any calls or texts that come in from her, so I know it's immediately from her. It's been like that for years. I check immediately just to make sure nothing's wrong at the house, because things have a tendency to go wrong at the house. So anybody who's watched any of the videos or who's watched anything on my social media knows that she disappeared 2 days after I last saw the children, which was the day before Memorial Day, and then she disappeared for about 8 or 9 weeks. And I discovered she was up in Virginia with the kids, and there was a very specific reason why she was there. The excuse she will use is that she was there to help assist her mother and her mother's stepfather. There was a bigger reason behind that, and it goes back to all these affairs that she's had with this same guy. But that's not the purpose of the video. The purpose of the video is I received the texts, and she wanted to get into me about my finances, my personal finances. And you guys have to remember that we're no longer together. And earlier today, she made it very clear, and I'm fine with that. That's fine. There are definitely moments where I will get into my feelings, and I will miss her or what we once had, and I think that's probably just human at this point. But if you think that after I've paid all your bills again this month, because it's now July the 1st, your bills are paid, and on top of that, you've received child support yet again, and I sent additional monies even after I attempted to order clothes, back to school clothes and stuff. You didn't want to do that and told me that my son wanted to pick his clothes out, so I sent you the money for that. And I've asked you 5 times since the beginning of last week to send me the shoe sizes for the boys so I could order them some cool shoes. Only one's going back to school, but they both get treated equally, so when one gets something cool, the other one gets something cool too. I think it's only right. So haven't received that yet, and again, I'm paying for all that. So after all this crap, she's going to sit there and reach out to me and tell me about how I need to spend my money. And specifically what she's concerned about now is the boys' birthdays that are coming up, which would be August the 25th and September the 9th. And her grand plan of what she wants to do and this and that, I'm like, well, great. First off, why are you trying to do this on Labor Day weekend when you know that all these other kids' parents and stuff are going to have things planned, and a lot of them will be out of town or they'll be with family and stuff, and you want them to somehow gather at your house? The house that we had together that got destroyed because you allowed your father to watch it for over 2 months, and he basically had a party there for over 2 months. I was there into week 3 of him watching and had to clean the whole mess up. And then surprise came back again, both times by her request, because she didn't trust what was going on. But she didn't make it a point to get back in the car and drive down. No, I had to go in there and make sure. The second time, went back through and I found all kinds of crazy stuff going on and reported it back to her and cleaned up the house again. She was supposed to come right back after that weekend, and that didn't happen there. She stayed back up there even longer. So after all of that, after paying all these bills, after she leaves Virginia after her 8 or 9 week excursion, unplanned, unscheduled, completely discombobulated and just hectic vacation that she took because she had no money. She doesn't have any earnings. She doesn't have a job. She's had all this time, a year now, to get a job. She hasn't even tried to get a job. So she borrowed from her father and her mother the entire time and didn't understand why I wouldn't send her any additional funds. I'm like, I'm not paying for a vacation that wasn't planned. I mean, we were supposed to take the kids to Disney World this summer. Didn't happen. She had them up there in the mountains somewhere. Okay, and when I found out the reason why she was there, yeah, I'm not throwing you any extra money. I don't finance affairs, guys. It's crazy. But to sit there and add insult to injury, the trip back from Virginia back to the primary residence, with the children, we calculated it was going to be about a 16-hour trip. I'm not keeping my babies on the road for 16 hours straight. I mean, I do that because I get paid to do it, and I get paid well to do this. But I'm not going to torture my children. They're little. They're 2 and 6. So here's me, like, Captain Save Up or Super Simp, whatever you want to call him. But I understand it wasn't for her. It was for the children. I turned around and I got her a hotel. So I got them a hotel suite and made sure they had all the amenities. There wasn't just a pool. There was an indoor pool. There wasn't just restaurants nearby. There was a restaurant in the hotel. So I turned around and paid for this thing. They stayed in downtown Greenville in this really nice, luxurious hotel. And she rolls in there in the middle of the night. She was supposed to leave at 3 o'clock in the morning. I said, look, if you leave at like 8 or 9, you will be there in enough time to check in, right at check-in time, so you guys can go down to the pool, chill out. There's all kinds of places right there in downtown Greenville, South Carolina to get food and stuff. So, I'll make sure that I send extra money over so you can take the boys to dinner. Just have a grand old time. Like make sure that your vacation really ends right, so the boys actually have some fun. Oh no, she rolled in at like 11 o'clock at night and everything was closed, and I got to hear about that. She wanted to turn around and try to Uber Eats something, and it's like, where are you going to Uber Eats post-COVID? Post-COVID, what is open at 11 o'clock midnight on a Sunday night? So, needless to say, I got to hear about that too. We're just going to sit here and starve? I didn't tell you to do such poor planning when it came to traveling. But I did that. And then my son called me the next day and he said, Daddy, can we stay an extra day? Yep. So I paid for it again. So they stayed there for 2 days and they had a grand old time, and I got video and all that stuff, and I'll try to put some of that in here too so you can see what I'm willing to do for my children. But to have this woman call me or text me at 1 o'clock in the morning and start telling me about plans that she wants to make for a birthday party for these boys, and she's going to tell me, she doesn't ask me like what I think we should do or anything. No. What she's worried about is me even coming around. But I'm supposed to finance this stuff. And she's going to start telling me about my money and this, that, and the crazy part about it, and really the reason why I made this video, is the same reason why there's a small reel that's going viral right now on both of my social media platforms. Is simple. I turned around and I made a comment to somebody a couple weeks ago, and then had a conversation with a few friends of mine that are attorneys, and they said, look, what she's doing is nothing less than extortion. She is using your children to try to siphon every last dollar out of you that she does not actually deserve. You're already paying child support. You're voluntarily paying extra bills. You're turning around and paying out more than what you're even legally required to pay. Okay? And she's using something against you to get that money, and that is legally called extortion. Cool. Well, she tried to turn around and text me tonight and tell me that she will not be extorted. And I'm like, extorted? Like, you don't have 2 pennies to rub together. What are you talking about? Extortion. Guys, you have to understand that all too often when a woman puts herself in this situation, and the situation is simple, guys. It was the reason for making this channel, okay? When a woman puts herself in a situation where she decides to voluntarily go outside the relationship and have an affair and blow up her own house and destroy her family, like this woman has done 3 consecutive times, okay? You owe them nothing. See, I was smart about this, guys, because although I had asked her to marry me several times, she didn't actually marry me. We lived as husband and wife for almost 9 years. But this is what happens. This is what happens in the end to a lot of women who are making decisions to turn around and go outside of their marriage and destroy their families, and destroy the livelihood of that family. And then what they miss in the end, what they want, even though they don't want you, is they want your financial security and the stability that you have to offer that family. You tore that all apart. This is your mess that you've got to fix. I made sure that in advance that I was speaking to an attorney when I realized all of this stuff. And guys, again, if you go back to my videos, if you go back to my Facebook, if you look at my Instagram, it's all there. Look up my name, okay? It's Bernard J. Dubkowski Sr. Go on to my social media platforms and look, the stories are all there. I wanted to try to bring those videos over here when I was when I posted them live, over the last year. It's nearly impossible to bring it over. It's hard to get this stuff to copy over, and I've always promised that I'm going to tell those stories, but you lose the context of those stories and the real feeling behind those stories when you let time pass. So if you see this and you're new to this channel and you'd like to see those stories too, by all means, throw me a friend request. Send me a message. I'll add you on to that so you can watch them. It's real easy. You go to the photos, you go to the videos, go back to October of last year and just start watching them. I mean, it is kind of crazy because most guys will not do this kind of thing. They will not tell their story. But again, guys, the purpose of the video is this, okay? I will continue to always tell my story, and when things like this pop off at 1 o'clock in the morning, I can't go on Facebook Live because there's not going to be anybody there to see that kind of stuff, and I'd rather just record this stuff. This makes a great example of why I turn around and make these videos, okay? To have this woman turn around and again threaten to hold my kids from me. I haven't seen my kids since before Memorial Day, guys. I mean, and I only found out where they were at last Friday, because I sent pizzas to the house because they have pizza every Friday night. So the Friday before last, I said, are you guys doing Friday night pizza night? She's like, well, that'd be nice, but I don't have any money. Well, surprise, surprise. I realize you don't have any money because as soon as you get even $1 in your pocket, you spend $2. Okay? Don't fall for this trap, guys. Honestly, ladies, if you're in that kind of situation too, okay, and you're an honest person with integrity and character, you don't have to fall for it either. But I can't speak on behalf of women because I'm not a woman. But I can speak on behalf of men and fathers. Guys, this stuff is not fair treatment to a good, hard-working father. If you're some scumbag or some kind of an F-boy who's going out there making kids and you don't want to support your children, I don't have nothing for you. I don't even have good words for you. Okay? But me, the running joke that I always put out there is I'm a half century old. I've got 3 children, 24, 6, and 2. That's right, I started all over a second time around. And I'm proud of it. I love my sons. I'm a good father. But I will not turn around and be dragged through the mud like this. You have to have enough courage to go out there and put your story out there. That's why I do this. I made sure I did it on my social media, and I do it here. It is the purpose behind why I turned around and created Tales from the Two-Lane Blacktop. That was originally a title that I used for a group on Facebook. I had over 1,000 truckers. We were all together. It's what I do. I'm inside my truck. Sure, it's my job. Okay? But I've also decided to utilize this channel to spread the word and make fathers understand and make husbands understand that you don't have to put up with this. You have to stand up for yourself. I'm tired as hell and I got to get up in a couple hours to go right back to work. But it was so important to me to make sure I made this video, and I'll sit here and I'll cut it and I'll edit it in the whole 9 yards and hopefully get it out in a day after I turn around and record this. Like I said, it's July 1st. Whenever it comes out from there, it just depends on the editing. Sometimes the editing takes a little bit, and And I'm old and I'm not horribly technologically savvy, but I try to put it out there. Guys, don't stand for this kind of treatment, honestly. If you feel like you're being raked over the coals, first off, work hard, okay? Sink yourself into work, make your money, get a good attorney. Get a really good attorney, okay? Someone who's willing to take the time and guide you through this. Surround yourself with good people, but make sure that circle's extremely small. I told somebody the other day that as far as my friend circle goes, the people that are closest to me, I can count them on one hand. One died last year. That's what I got, and I'm good with it. Okay? Everybody else, they're just observers. They might be participants in my life, but my close friends, I keep them my close associates, I keep them very, very close because 2 of them are family members. Guys, you got to do the best you can do to keep your head up, even when your head's down and they wake you up. Don't fall for this crap. You can't sit there and cave in just because of the fact they think they're going to turn around and build leverage against you like this. It's not right. Okay? If you're going to be a man of character, if you're going to be an honorable man, if you're going to be a truthful and trustworthy man, you have to live that lifestyle. But at the same time, there's nobody telling you that you have to sit there and take this kind of shit. You guys be good. I appreciate you watching the video. I'll try to keep getting these things out here. I realize that there's gaps in this stuff and that it's, I'll go a couple weeks without making it. But honestly, guys, I'm busy. I mean, it's summertime right now. We're kicking off, and we've kicked off months ago. So we're moving a lot. And I'll be back home in Cleveland, Ohio next week. I gotta get a lot of work done on this truck. So while it's sitting up there, I think I'll hang out with my mom for a bit and some of my other family, and maybe see some friends up there. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I just want to put this out there. I thought it was an important message considering what exactly just happened literally just over an hour ago. But you guys have a good day. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Like the video, please, and leave any comments. If you guys have any suggestions for videos you'd like me to make, okay, feel free to lay a comment out there. And if I know something about it, I'll share everything I can. But again, I appreciate you guys watching the video, keeping an eye on my channel, and if you guys need anything at all, hit me up. I appreciate you. Have a great day or a great night. Time to go back to bed.
I don't even know my competitors' names. I don't even know they exist. Give a fuck. Spend 0 seconds on it. Cheering for them, let them do their thing, has nothing to do with me. The world is abundant. Nobody on earth is taking your money or your happiness. Your perception that they are is taking your money and your fucking happiness.